Hello everyone, this is Tyva again and welcome to the last part of our orientation. So in this video we're going to do a little refresher and go over some of the things that we've learned in the first orientation video and the second orientation video. So let's begin. First we're going to pull a text from here. In this particular part of the orientation I want to discuss top bar 1 and top bar 1 in much more detail. Okay. So I have my name, and once I type my name, that is when top bar 2 becomes accessible. And remember I said this was font. If you click on font, you have all of the fonts including your Cricut fonts, and you click system, and your system fonts are all of the fonts that are on your computer or all the fonts that you've actually downloaded. And in the lesson after this, I'm going to show you how to download fonts to your computer. So if you just scroll down here, you'll see all of your system fonts to choose from. We're actually going to change this font in this tutorial. I think I'm going to change it to this. And that is how you change your font. Some fonts allow you to change the style of them, which is regular, bold, italic, and bold italic. This particular one, I'm not sure if it will let you. No. So that option is not available for this. So I rarely ever use this option here, but I wanted to go over it with you. Some fonts allow for you to change the style of them, and this particular one does not. The name of this one is called Afton James, and I'm actually going to include this one in the tutorial in the download section. Okay, letter spacing again allows you to decrease and increase your letter spacing. Line spacing, I'm going to show you. If you have a total of 2 lines, line spacing actually controls how much space is between those 2 lines. So if I want to decrease the space like this, I can just do that. Or what I can do is just select text and do it that way. And in that way I can move it and resize it. You want to make sure that your design is in alignment. What I usually do is I just do it like this. If it's all in one box, then you can adjust your alignment. Okay, so both of my letters are touching the 3, and I could get to the 8, and that's how I make like my box designs, like so. Okay, so if you want to do your alignment, go and show you the next one. When you see this right now, you can see that is aligned to the left. If you select alignment, you can choose left, center, and right. So it's a couple options, different ways to get to the same destination. It all depends on what is easier for you and sometimes what you can remember at the time. So we're still going over top bar 2. What I'm going to do is delete this. Okay. So I have my 2 texts, like so. And I also have this curve feature. Now what's awesome about this curve feature is that this is one of the newest features that our Cricut Design Space has. And we introduced it we talked about it a little bit in our first tutorial. But that is a curve feature. Okay, and then the advanced feature is here. I don't too much mess around with the advanced feature, but ungroup to letters and all of this, and those are the options that are available. Okay, so at the top I have undo, redo, cut. Right here is how you change what you want it to do. You have cut, draw, and score. So because I'm going to be cutting vinyl, I'm going to leave it at cut. If I wanted to do it as print, then I would do it as draw. So this is when you put your pen in the pen holder, and when you, instead of cutting the lines out, that pen is going to draw the lines out, which is really, really cool. So let me hide this, show you how it looks on the mat. So that pen is going to trace all of this lettering on whatever paper or medium you put inside, well, on top of your mat, which is a really cool feature. Okay. So we're going to unhide both of them. Okay, of course we have our color right here. Just select the box, change it to a color. I'm going to change this back to cut. Okay, so now you have fill and no fill. I want fill, no fill is for cutting, and print is for print and cut, remember. So if I select it's cool and make it a print and cut, it's officially now a print and cut. So if I go here to make it, you remember the black box we discussed. So that lets you know that it's a print and cut. Okay. So that is what this is for. No fill is for cutting, print is for print and cut. No fill is currently print and cut. If you do print and cut, that allows you to change the color of the print and cut, like so. So this is the color for your cut images. This is the color for your print and cut. Okay, select all is here. You can select all, deselect. And you can go to edit, which is copy and cut paste, which you can also do from your keyboard. Arrange allows you to send to the back, move forward, and front. So for example, if I do a shape right now, the shape is going to be on top of my lettering. So what I would do is I would go to arrange and send to the back, like so. And maybe I want the name to go to the back. So I can go and send move backward, like so. So that is what arrange is for. Flip. Suppose you want to do the mirror image of a design. All you would do is just click flip, and you can choose from horizontal or vertical. So we're going to do horizontal, like so, and then flip vertical, which so. So we can do those options. Those options are available. I'm going to undo here. The undo button is a button that I use a lot. Okay, so now size. When you measure your medium that you're going to place your vinyl on, you can actually customize your inches here, or you can customize your size here, like so. So here I can put in 3.5 to put on my mug, and it's going to auto size it. So I'm going to do 3.5. Okay. So right now this is not saved as a cut. You look over here in C column, you see it says the word print. So it's saved as a print. I'm going to show you one of the last things I have to do. Once I change my design to something that I like to print, I'm going to select all, and I'm going to come over here. You remember we said weld is for cutting and flatten is for print. So we're going to print. Well, I'm sorry, we'll flatten. And now we've made it into one cut image. So suppose I want to print this on a 8 by 10 piece of paper. So what I would do is I probably do 7.5 wide to make my sign. So go to make it. And here's your print and cut image. And once you print it from your printer, you want to make sure that you lay it on your cut mat exactly like it is right here, so that the Cricut can read your cut lines and be able to cut around this to make your sign, or to make your design rather. Okay, you guys, so that was a quick refresher, a step especially of the top bar, because I want to go over the top bar in more detail, and that's pretty much it, you guys. So if you're doing a project and you want to save it, you click up here to save, and we're going to do practice project. I'm going to just uncheck that and save. Okay, you just click that. And then suppose I want to do a new project. Remember I told you in the first tutorial, so I just click this. And it erases everything to start over fresh. Okay, so we've gone over that. Now all of my projects, you click here and go to my projects. These are all the projects that I've actually created in my design space. So just to open up a project, all you have to do is just click on it and go to customize. And there we go. So that is Design Space, you guys. You guys have been very patient with me. I hope that these tutorials were very, very informative and it gave you some insight to how Design Space actually operates. Do not let this system and this cutting machine intimidate you. The more that you practice, the more that you will get. And even though you may not have understand what I've taught in the 3 orientation videos, as you go through the next assignments, you will start learning more and more. And sometimes you may have to revisit your orientation so that you can hear it 2 and 3 times. So thanks again for trusting me with your learning, and I see you in the next lesson.